and the tournament is now 10 times the size. The very best players from all over the world circled this event on their calendar. Now, the question is, just how big is this going to get?
I think we'll probably keep it to within 800 to 1,000 players. One of the reasons why we want to do that is we want to keep quality, and quality really is about the customer. And if you get too big, you can't deliver the customer service, and I think that's really our key point of difference. So I'll always hold a cap at probably about 1,000 players.
They really actually know how to treat poker players, which I think a lot of the casinos in the U.S. are losing that. And so that's why you see so many U.S. players coming here and playing.
There is not a Triple Crown. There's not a Grand Slam. And I think poker is missing that. And certainly if one were to create a Grand Slam of poker, I would think Aussie Millions would be one of those four.
It makes you kind of feel proud that you're part of something so wonderful.
Barry, we've covered 3 Aussie Millions now, and we've been able to see firsthand how the poker boom has really become a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a great event, and it just keeps getting better every year. And you heard some of the players talking about the caliber of play, and that, too, has improved every year. Back to the action here. And Gary Chappell will fold. Now Thomas Beal with an 8-4. He, too, folds.
We could play a heads-up pot here. That'd be cool, because we haven't done that yet.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might just call on the blind.
Godfrey folds, and so does Ivy.
I haven't seen him yet. If he folds, I'm going to call on the blind.
Well, Ling folds.
All right, don't look. Yeah, okay.
Andrew Black keeps his promise, calls in the dark.
Are you raising? Okay. Check.
There's quality poker. 2 guys who have no idea what they have.
I've checked.
Yeah, you check.
You just do what you want.
To the flop. Pair of 9s and a 7 and a couple of spades. They both check, both playing blind. Queen of hearts on the turn.
I got to look at 1.
Oh! Andy Black looks down at 1 card.
I just looked at 1.
It happened to be the magic one. Wow.
I like that one.
Wolf has an ace.
Got to look at the other one now.
Wolf has got to think he's ahead right now. Oh!
The river's an ace.
Man, this is brutal.
And Black bets 5,000.
Oh, you only looked at 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very unbelievable.
How much? 5? I call.
3 9s with a king. Unbelievable. Oh. I hadn't looked at them, genuine. Never looked at them. No.
I had the ace.
Anyway, I looked at 1 and it was the 9. I checked blind. That's mad. That's pretty sick. Oh, you hit the ace. Oh, my God. That was insane.
So as Black and Wolf wrap up their version of Two Blind Mice, we'll check in downstairs where John Jawanda's all in with pocket 5s against the pocket 10s of Kofi Farquier. And after the flop, not looking too good for Jawanda.
He'll need a 5 to stick around.
I'm usually lucky when the camera is around.
Not lucky this time. Deuce on the turn.
2 cards in the deck to save John Jawanda.
To the river. A 7, and John Jawanda will be eliminated. Over at table 23, Howard Lederer's all in with Big Slick against the ace-9 of Ray Rami.
Great spot for Lederer to get the last of his chips in. He's got Rami dominated. He's about a 3-1 favorite going to the flop.
And here is the flop. Queen-9 deuce, and Rami has caught a pair of 9s.
Tough break for the professor. He can redraw, though. A king will give him the lead, or running cards for a straight.
To the turn. Turn is a 3.
Now, one of the 3 kings left in the deck, or Howard Lederer is finished.
And here is the river. It is a 7, and Rami will eliminate Howard Lederer. Rami wins $70,100, but that's a wrap for Howard Lederer, whose dream of an Aussie double is over. We're coming back to the Crown after this. The FullTiltPoker.net Aussie Millions Poker Championship. Just before the break, we watched as Howard Lederer was eliminated from the tournament. I'm sure a bit of a letdown after his great win in the $100,000 buy-in tournament earlier this week.
I had a great trip, but you know, that last tournament was already done, so it's a little disappointing to get knocked out of this one, but it happens.
Howard taking the loss philosophically, and that's a mark of a pro. You understand that no matter how well you play, occasionally the cards don't cooperate.
Well, speaking of great players, here's Phil Ivey, and cards cooperating for him this time. He's got pocket aces again.
Last time he raised it. This time he just smooth calls.
Peter Ling folded. Andy Black with an 8-9.
I know that, but he might do, you know, with ace to king if he'd missed.
And he makes the call. Action now folding around to the German, Thomas Biel. And he has a jack deuce and will call. And Gareth Tatum will check his option.
Phil Ivey smooth called in early position, hoping somebody would raise. Now he's fading 3 opponents.
On the flop, Queen 8-4. Good flop for Tatum.
Yeah, he's flopped bottom 2 pair in a multi-way pot. No obvious straight or flush draws, but it looks like he wants to bet out now for value.
6,600 the bet from Tatum.
Now Phil Ivey has to be careful to not fall in love with his aces here. Remember, it was an unraised pot before the flop, so his opponents could have just about anything in the blind, and 4-8 is one of those just about anything hands. But it looks like Ivey's cutting out a raise. This situation brings to mind what the great Doyle Brunson wrote about pocket aces in No Limit Hold'em. You tend to win either a small pot or lose a big one.
Raise.
And the raise called by Phil Ivey, 21,600. Andy Black will fold. And so will Thomas Biel. Now Tatum.
I'm all in.
So Tatum is going all in for 30,300.
Call.
And a call from Phil Ivey, who now sees the bad news.
That's what I get.
Ivey is all in. It is his tournament at risk. He'll need an ace or for the queen to pair.
And on the turn, it's a 10, no help to Ivey.
To survive, Ivey will need a queen, a 10, or an ace, or he is out.
And here is the river. 7 of diamonds, and Phil Ivey has been eliminated from the tournament by Gareth Tatum.
We saw Phil Ivey dealt pocket aces twice. The first time he played them fast, didn't get any action. This time he played them slow, and he is out the door.
So at the end of this session, we are down to 176 players. Our chip leader still Con Angelakis with 448,000, a big stack compared to the average of just over 88,000. The action at the 2008 Aussie Millions main event just getting started. Yes. It was a day where one of poker's best players became a target for the young guns.
Win the space.
Yeah! And the game's hands.
Oops.
While other stars were sent packing.
Good luck. Good luck, guys.
At this point, it's anyone's game.
That was insane.
That'll do it for now. For my partner, Michael Koenig, I'm Barry Tompkins. See you next week from the beautiful Crown Melbourne. Good day.